Jonathan Glass. I think that was Marcia Brady's boyfriend, imaginary boyfriend. Wasn't that a Glass?
Marsha.
Maybe it was Jan. One of the two. Which one was the hotter one? That was Marcia. Jan hated her.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, Marcia had an imaginary boyfriend. I think it was Greg Glass though. Gregory Glass. That's what it was. Pretty sure. So, but yeah, I think that Brody will finish top 5. I got faith in him against these guys.
Well, here's a story about a man named Brody finishing outside the top 10.
We'll see.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the Players Meeting, a Win Dummies production. I'm your host, Lucas Deal, and we are rocking episode number 37. In this episode, we're going to talk about a whole bunch of stuff. We're going to talk about the DGPT end of season awards. Did they get it right? Did they get it wrong? The current cast for the All-Stars next year. Can Climo, the champ, leaves Innova? We're going to talk all about that. What in the world? Ezra Robinson signs a 2-year contract with someone other than Prodigy. And then Discmania loses one of their big names. You want to make sure you stay locked in because this episode is about to get juicy. Hey, but as a reminder, you can find us anywhere you get your podcasts. All you got to do is search for the words Win Dummies. And if you have not, subscribe to the Disc and Deals coverage YouTube channel. That's where you can see us. See all the podcasts. Ring that bell for notifications so you can get notified. Watch some other stuff on there. Some tournament coverage. Some skins matches. You're going to see it all there. But okay, enough of me talking about the channel. Let's bring in the real star of the show, the one-time world champ, Chris Smith, a.k.a. Smitty. What up, Smitty?
Living the dream, buddy. Back to work after a week off.
It's always hard coming back.
Oh, you don't know until you've been in middle school. You do not know. No, it was did you have a good break?
Yeah, dude. We got some Thanksgiving festivities. Got to see some cousins. My twin girls finally got to get out of the house and mingle with a bunch of people, and they did really, really well. So it was a lot of fun.
And now they'll have the flu.
Fingers crossed that everything's cool. They're good so far.
Okay, good. Hopefully. So yeah, I did a lot of the same, except didn't have my twin girls going out. I did get to play some disc golf.
Ooh,
that was fun. First round was not great.
Was it feel? Could you feel it? Was it tight? Were you scared to do anything?
I was just bad.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't do anything. Couldn't throw. Couldn't putt. I do know that when your 52-year-old body doesn't do anything for a month and you go out and try to play disc golf, you get some weird pains. So that's I have pains in lots of places. So
do we want to talk about those places?
Well, sure. Calf.
Okay.
Right calf.
Okay.
Left knee.
We're gonna go real weird.
Shoulder. Everywhere.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, I played 2 days in a row, and then I threw some and putted some today. So let's see what happens.
Yeah. Well, glad you're back out there. I'm sure it's just going to take one more round, and you'll be right back to where you were.
I did.
Well, hey, dude, there's some good stuff to talk about this week. So let's start where we always start. What's popping? What's been happening around the world of disc golf?
Yeah, well, first I tried to find a tournament that interested me last weekend and some results, and I couldn't find anything. So then I remembered Brody saying he was going to play a tournament in a couple of weeks. So I just Googled his name to figure out what it was and who was in it. And there we go. Somewhere there near Dallas, Fort Worth area. I forget where the tournament was. But he's signed up. Second highest rated player going in. What do you think he'll do?
I'm going to guess outside of the top 10.
Oh no,
You don't think so?
no. I mean, this list is sorted by rating.
So
So I mean,
there's
he's
really only 2,000 rated players
currently, yeah.
outside the top 10. Sorry, Brody.
Nope. I mean, I think Freddie will hammer him. Gavin's good. Gavin's played on Disc and Deals coverage.
No, he's never been. I think he's only been on Pinner.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Huh.
We'd love to have Gavin. Come on down, Gavin. Play some Wichita tournaments.
Jonathan Glass, I think that was Marcia Brady's boyfriend, imaginary boyfriend. Wasn't that a Glass?
Marcia.
Maybe it was Jan, one of the two. Which one was the hotter one? That was Marcia. Jan hated her.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, Marcia had an imaginary boyfriend. I think it was Greg Glass though. Gregory Glass. That's what it was. Pretty sure. So, but yeah, I think that Brody will finish top 5. I got faith in him against these guys.
Well, here's a story about a man named Brody finishing outside the top 10.
We'll see. Well,
if he does, I get Roadhouse?
No.
Okay, cool. Has he been playing? That's, I guess, my question.
According to his podcast, he's been practicing. So,
all right. Well, I truly hope he does well, but I'm going to keep my expectations low.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think he'll win, but he'll be top 5. So, I think that's enough of that. We'll check in next week and give the Brody report.
All right.
Sounds
good.
Here we go, man. The Disc Golf Pro Tour Awards.
Yeah, and we got to talk about the rookie ones, Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, we talked about those last episode. Week. And we felt like they were both good.
Deserving.
Good selections. The only 2 that won on tour as rookies, though neither of them were true rookies, I don't think. They'd both played pro events, just not on the Pro Tour. So we talked about them a little bit. Here we go. Most improved.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I would say my thoughts are, let's start women's side. Evelina, definitely her putting improved drastically. You could definitely put her in the most improved category. I have no issue with that whatsoever. And on the men's side, dude, Bucket's balled out this year. Kind of came out of nowhere in my mind, and he has to be most improved. I love that choice, and I think it's well deserved.
I can get on board the Evelina.
You don't like Buckets?
I think it's good, but I think Anthony Barella won 4 tournaments.
Okay, that's fair too.
So I think Anthony could have been in the running for that. And I feel like Holland Hanley could have been in the running for the women's, but Evelina did win 2 majors. So that's pretty impressive.
Okay,
so
I think
she's probably the right pick.
But those are good choices either way. I do like the idea of AB. I think if he was a little bit more consistent down the backstretch, it would probably have gone to him. But he kind of fizzled out after he had those 4 wins.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, he was still awesome.
But so was Joey.
Yeah. I think he was, the problem with AB is he was already awesome.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, I mean, I can live with both of these. I don't hate either pick.
Let's talk about something we can't live with.
I ain't living with that.
We're not living with it. And we're talking about the women's side here. So Evelina as the comeback player of the year.
Dumbest pick ever.
Why is it dumb, Smitty?
Where'd she go? What
she
kept her from playing disc golf?
Putting.
She already won for most improved, from going from 25% to 48%. Whoop-de-doo. Right? She's not the comeback player of the year. There's only one female that probably deserves comeback player of the year, and that's Paige Pierce, who snapped her dang ankle and had surgery and rehab and all that. And, you know, she didn't have an outstanding year, but she did get a win and she was gone. So
yeah, exactly. I mean, her break was pretty gruesome. I mean, she was It was a long road to recovery for her. How in the world did she not win that?
Well, I think the voting, what was it? It was, well, I know for like player of the year, it was 1/3 points, 1/3 some other criteria, and then media, and then 1/3 from the touring players.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that had something to do with this too, but that's a bad pick.
Yeah, terrible.
But the men's side, pretty good pick.
I'm with it.
I could get on board with it, but I could also get on board with Paul Macbeth.
I like Gavin more. Gavin's the pick for me.
What? Yeah, I'm with you.
I mean, what was wrong with Paul though?
Shoulder, Eagle, same thing. Both had shoulders.
Yeah, I would say more. I like Eagle over Paul, but I still like Gavin more than any of them.
Yeah, I'll take Gavin, but I'm not with you on Eagle Paul. I think Eagle is pretty much irrelevant this year. I have a hard time getting him come back. You know who else could be in the running for a woman? Who'd be a better pick than Evelina? Kristen Tatar.
She broke a rib.
She was gone.
She broke a rib. Yeah, it's true. She did quite a bit. You know, man, I actually wonder what y'all think. To me, Smitty said that Eagle was irrelevant. I'm just not going to let this stand because I also think that Paul was fairly irrelevant for a lot of the year. Am I wrong in that? Tell me what you think.
I think he played some chase cards, but you're not talking to me.
Yeah, I'm talking to you at home. Let me know what you think.
All right.
All right.
Let's move on, shall we?
Yep.
That Evelina is the first air ball.
Oh man. Oh man.
All right. So the Community Champion Award.
See, this is one I think they just made up so they could give Paul Macbeth an award.
I think the Paul Macbeth Foundation is doing some pretty incredible stuff.
They're amazing. I'm just teasing.
And then, I mean, what a awesome chick, man.
Yeah, and she does so much for the game.
Well, I don't know exactly what she does, but I mean, I don't know that she has a Tatar Foundation or anything, but she's like a true star in Finland Estonia, excuse me. True star over there. And that's got to be pulling in loads and loads and loads of Estonian women and men as well, I'm assuming, to play disc golf. So,
oh yeah, there's no doubt about it.
So yeah, I like both of these picks. I can't think of anybody probably more deserving than Paul. I guess Rick has a foundation.
Yeah, I was going to say Rick does a lot for the kids in schools, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Rick can maybe be in there, but yeah, Paul is bringing that foundation is bringing disc golf to so many countries.
Yeah. Yep. Pretty cool. A couple of solid picks, I think. All right. So you added this. Tell me what we're looking at here.
Well, before we show who they chose as the Disc Golf Pro Tour Female Player of the Year, I just wanted to remind everyone some of these statistics. All right. And we went back and forth in a couple episodes and talked about this, right? And do you remember who your pick was, who you wanted, who you thought had a slight chance?
I was probably on the Evelina.
Yeah, you were. And then you kind of swayed me into thinking, I like Evelina too. And then I'm like, but look at all the yellow for Kristen. She's probably going to win. She's probably deserving. And so after all was said and done, let's see who actually won.
Well, I'm looking at these stats, like total PDJ earnings. So that's earnings outside of Disc Golf Pro Tour. So that number could be inflated for one of them.
Yeah.
Total events played. Is that, I mean, there wasn't 22 Pro Tour events, I don't believe, was there?
I think that was probably pretty close.
Huh. So yeah, I don't know if all those stats are just Pro Tour or whatever. All right, so let's see what we got.
So Missy wins. To me, this is not an air ball, but a band hit. I think she had a great year. I don't think she deserved Player of the Year, but after looking at how they calculated it, I guess it makes sense. You kind of talked about it earlier. This was 33%, or a third of this was their DGPT standings, and she was first.
Mm-hmm.
It was the media vote, a third of it, and then the Pro Tour players themselves. What do you think about this pick of Missy?
I'm fine with it. I think she had an outstanding year on the Pro Tour. I mean, Evelina's Worlds doesn't, I wouldn't assume, count towards a Pro Tour standings or points. I don't know if the Player Championship was part of the Pro Tour. It was a major, so it's probably a PDJ event. So, yeah, I mean, overall Player of the Year, PDJ Player of the Year, it's probably not Missy, but Disc Golf Pro Tour Player of the Year, she won the dang thing. She had the most money.
She played in more events. That's the only thing is, like, Kristen did so much more with so much less. And when you look at it holistically, yeah, Missy grinded it out. But I don't know if that's deserving, or if I look at this from the fact that Kristen did so much more with so less tournaments and had such a more impressive resume in my mind.
I'm actually okay with any of those three.
Did you know, Smitty, that Evelina wasn't even up for it?
Who was the other one?
Holland Hanley.
That's probably why she didn't win.
That's exactly. She wasn't even up in the running, because I think she finished fifth in points. And I think
hurt her chances, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, she did. She's fifth in points. Missy and Holland and Kristen were 1, 2, 3 in that order.
Yeah, and I think that's why it was those three.
Dumb.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we can't argue with this guy.
No brainer. We both knew.
Gave him the next 5.
I mean, probably.
What an animal. All right, here we go. Big release of the All-Star Weekend second and third cards. I don't think I care one bit about the All-Star Weekend.
I guess, have you heard if they're doing anything different, or is it the same old?
We probably won't know until right before it happens. But
well, hopefully they switch some things around. If they switch some things around, maybe I can get on board. I don't know how excited I am about some of these cards. I mean, I do like Rebecca Cox. I think Silva is an amazing putter. Henna is an amazing thrower. And Paige depends on which one shows up.
Man, if good Paige comes back, the chick's bad, dude. That chick is a bad chick, man.
Oh, yeah. She has all the skills if she can get her head right.
And then over here we got Ella Hansen, Kat, Anakin, and Evelina. I don't know if Ella is second card good.
Yeah. Who would you change her out for on that third card? Henna?
No, I like either Paige or Silva over the other two. Paige just on nostalgia and hoping that she comes back strong, and Silva because that chick is really freaking good.
Yeah, she had a good year. She had a great year.
Mm-hmm.
So she's probably more deserving than Ella in my mind, is Silva.
And we don't have the top card, do we?
Yeah, so let's think about who that would be. Kristen, Holland, Missy, Owen.
Yeah, that's got to be right.
Right? Is there anyone else we're missing?
Nah.
Okay.
Nope, that's it for sure. All right, let's look at the fellas.
All right.
Third card, Matty O, Chris Dickerson, James Proctor, and Buckets.
That's fun.
Yeah, they're all, I mean, great players, all at the
Just
top, all the time, consistent players.
yeah, I like it. I like it.
And then chase card, or second card, I guess, the brothers Robinson and Polly and AB.
Hmm. I'm just gonna say this is like what you were just saying with Paige. This feels like a nostalgia pick, and maybe not a deserving pick for All Star Weekend. From if they're basing it off the season last year, do you think Paul deserves second card?
One word, GOAT.
Yeah. So you're gonna base it on nostalgia. He's
Yeah.
earned it. He's earned it just for being Paul. Yeah.
And I'm telling you, man, that guy, he's gonna work his butt off over the winter, I think, and come back and surprise some people, hopefully.
I hope so too. I hope so too, because I like rooting for him. And especially now, it's more fun when he's becoming more of an underdog. And I always like rooting for someone when they're a little bit down because I love to see them rise from the ashes like the phoenix, you know? So, okay. So who's top card?
Gannon and Rick. And then I don't know.
Niklas?
Maybe, yeah, probably, I guess.
And who would be the last one?
I can't think off the top of my head.
Who's always there? Who's always up there?
Well, they're all already playing.
Yeah, who would it be? I'm having a brain fart too.
Disc Golf Pro Tour standings. Let's see here.
Calvin. That's who it is. It's Vinny.
Oh yeah, it's Vinny.
How could I not? I'm sorry, Vinny. That's on me. I know when you watch this back, you're going to be upset with me, but just know I'm really, really sorry.
What? Okay.
So is Niklas there then? Maybe there's someone else we're forgetting.
No, it's Nick.
Okay.
I mean, Kyle Klein.
Yeah, it's Nick. No offense, Kyle.
Eh.
All right.
Guess we'll find out whenever they release it. What a weird way to release these things, too. What a slow rollout like that.
Yeah.
I guess it drove traffic to their YouTube page because I kept every hour checking to see what was going on.
Wow. You and probably you alone. I don't think anyone else cared. You
well,
only
more,
cared so we could talk about it here.
More for the Player of the Year awards.
Okay. That's fair.
And I wasn't an idiot and got tricked by the Paul Macbeth post.
Well, it said bestest player of all time, so or something like that.
Yeah, well, you thought.
No, I didn't.
All right, let's talk about this.
The champ. How many years with Innova, man? How many years was that dude with him?
I think I read 26.
And now he made the decision to part ways. Innova did not let him go. And Smitty, what are your thoughts?
Well, I don't really know what he's doing. I mean, I think he's beyond his. He's not going on tour. I don't think.
No.
I don't think. I mean, some of those courses he could bang with these guys, but the majority of them he's going to be a disadvantage. And I don't know if his hip can hold up to it or not. But I saw some speculation he's starting his own manufacturing type company. Boy, that would be a risky thing to do at this time in the market, I would think.
Agreed. But I saw some speculation there too.
I saw a domain that had been purchased for Climo.com. So I don't know, man. Some people were thinking he's going in with Stokely. I tell you, that's not happening.
How do you know?
Oh, dude, these guys fought with each other. Oh,
you don't think they like each other?
No.
But money talks a lot of times too.
I guess, but I don't know that Stokely Discs is going to make him a rich man.
Well, I was thinking potentially that way, so I added in this little slide. And this is kind of my thoughts. There's a potential, because look at this teaser with the announcement of this, Ken leaving around the same time. And Stokely says he's announcing a plan to bring disc golf to every country on Earth with a model that has never been done before. And I'm just wondering if this involves something with Ken. That's my speculation. That's my little detective work. And I'm just wondering, could that be? Smitty says no way, but what do y'all think? And if I'm right, God, it would be the first time ever.
Yeah, you're not. Hey, look who liked it, though. GT.
Yeah.
That's our boy.
Yeah.
Guys everywhere. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on with Climo there. I assume that, I mean, people saying DISCRAFT, people are saying, no way. I just don't see that happening. But
he could be an ambassador for someone, right? Like, I could see it happening for, I mean, he's going to get, wherever he's going, he wasn't making much money at Innova. He couldn't have been. Right? He couldn't have been.
Had his name on a lot of discs.
I wonder what that deal was, but he left them, so he's easily going to somewhere that's going to give him more money.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah,
give us your thoughts. What do you guys think? Because that's my speculation. I felt pretty good about it. We'll see. I'm wondering what Stokely's doing though. Anyway, but Stokely sometimes has some pretty far-fetched ideas too. So.
We'll see what he does, right? All right, here we go.
All right.
This is all from Disc Golf World News. That's their thumbnail from their YouTube page on their first day of Discmas. They had some pretty good detective work. He only follows 2 disc manufacturers on Instagram, Prodigy and DiscRaft. So I don't know, man. I feel like those 2 guys are probably in the know and have connections within the Pro Tour.
Yeah.
People are talking to them. They shared a picture that I'm pretty sure was a Drew Gibson picture from USDGC, that T-pad with the duct tape.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was Drew that commented. And they hinted to the fact that he was probably their source.
I'm just gonna say I don't see this happening. DiscCraft just has a lot of people
and a lot of money.
That's true, but do they oversaturate their team? Can they pay him what he wants? It just seems like Ezra could be a face, I think, somewhere, and he wouldn't be that at DiscCraft. Does he want that? I don't know. Has he earned that? Is he going to get that type of offer? I don't know either, but I just don't see DiscCraft. I don't believe anything the Disc Golf World says, so I would say take what they say with a grain of salt. But I guarantee this video has got some clicks, so great job. Great job, Disc Golf World. You probably have made quite a bit of money off that video.
Hopefully they did. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens with him. It's hard to tell, but I'm not going to get too excited until I see something from him or from one of the manufacturers.
Yep, exactly right.
And then, that's just out there.
I'm thinking he goes maybe somewhere where we don't expect him.
I called DD last week.
DD? That would be pretty unexpected. Maybe anywhere in that trilogy lineup would be pretty unexpected. But are they making money? I just don't know. With this House of Disc deal, I don't know. It seems like they would have the money to offer anyone contracts at this point. So we'll see what happens. I just don't understand that House of Disc situation.
Don't ask me. I have no idea. All right, we got one more slide.
All right, let's talk about it.
Comes from my boys at Disc Golf World.
All right, so they are saying Kyle Klein is going to leave Discmania. Now, is Discmania letting him go, or is he leaving Discmania?
That's the way they sold it. He's 2 years into a 4-year contract. So their reasoning, their logic, main driving point was clearing up space for Isaac, and Kyle had not a great year. Still, 10th best player in the world.
Yeah, I sorry, disc golf world, but I love what you're doing here, but I don't see this happening. He's 2 years into his contract. They don't just let people go like that are that good. And Discmania is now owned by House of Discs, because I think what's his name sold all his shares to them, or all his stake in the company to them. So I just think they have too much money to where they don't need to let poor little Kyle Klein go, especially when he's one of the best players. Maybe not his best year this year, but that dude's so young still. He's going to be just fine. If he's off Discmania, Smitty, Texas Roadhouse on me. You don't even got to do anything except live.
Love that deal. These guys, these disc golf world guys, they also said that he was promised 6 figures and never received it. So there you go.
I know their sources.
Man, I'm telling you, these guys are at every event. They're hanging out with these people. They've befriended these people. I think they're getting the juice from people, man.
Okay. Well, if they're right on either account here, I'm going to start trusting them a little bit more. But stay tuned, because we're not going to believe anything until we hear from Kyle or Ezra.
That's right,
or the manufacturers themselves.
Yep.
What do y'all think? Do you believe Disc Golf World? Do you think this is really feasible? Did you watch that video? Why don't you give them another watch? Let's really try to get that clickbait and get them a lot of money for all their hard work into the gossip that is the Disc Golf Pro Tour.
I like their show.
So I'm just trying to get people over here.
I like their show. I like their style. I like everything about it.
It's quick, right? It's bang, bang, bang.
10 minutes.
Yeah, that is nice. You know, it's not like 30 hour and a half like our stuff is, right?
Right. So, I mean, I guess that's a good segue. That is it. It was a really slow week, disc golf wise. I don't have anything else.
No, I don't really either. I think that's what's going to happen a little bit here in the off season. We're going to have some slower weeks, but we're still going to be talking about something. There's always something disc golf related that we can talk about, even if it's not much.
Yep.
So yeah, Smitty, let's just jump into shout outs. Would you like to share some shout outs of the week?
Yeah, I got a few, I guess. I got to share, I got to say thank you to all of the people who supported the Kansas Disc Golf Food Drive. Over the weekend, I collected all the logos and created a layout, and that has been sent off to the manufacturer. Gonna fill out the order form probably after this show.
Beautiful. Yeah, there was quite a few people. I think he had 4 discs worth of sponsors.
5 discs worth of multiple sponsors. 2 people went on their own disc.
Oh yeah.
So
I forget about those
7
big
discs
boys.
overall.
Those big boys.
Yep.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's super awesome.
Going with Innova this year.
Oh, have you announced it? Is this here first?
Yeah, this is a Disc and Deals exclusive.
Wow. Innova. Yes. There was a lot of speculation on the post. You were asking people where they thought. Someone had a good guess with Lone Star, but we're going Innova. That's awesome.
Yeah, we like to go, and we'll do Millennium as well. We tend to go with DD just for the simplicity of being able to go there and pick them up, even if we need to order more. But didn't get a good deal, and this thing's all about making as much money possible for the food pantry, and Innova was willing to really hook us up. So that's where we went.
That's awesome. Because I love me some Innova discs. That's like there's two companies for me. It's Innova, and maybe three. Lat 64 and Discmania probably. So, but yeah, Innova's right there. Woo! I'm excited. All right. Any other shout outs?
That's all I got.
All right. I got a couple as well. Jeff Priest, we went back out to Tick Ranch for flights, and we set an attendance record, Smitty. We had 55 people out. We played the shorts. It was a very, very quick round, but man, was it fun. It was such a good time, and can't thank Jeff enough for hosting. He always is so much fun. There's a gentleman that drove up onto one of the fairways and onto the tall grass. Jeff was not happy, and he drove a truck that looked like yours, Smitty. And he's like, "You tell Smitty." I'm like, "Smitty wasn't there. Smitty wasn't here." So I saved you, okay?
Thank you.
Jeff was going to get you.
No, I know. You come in, you park to the right side of the road.
Yes. Yep. Exactly right. And then I also want to give a shout out to Scott Reek at Under Par Apparel Company. Scott's working with Disc and Deals coverage this year, and he's our official apparel sponsor, so kind of cool to have that. We're running some hoodies right now on sale until December 6th. So if you want to get one, $40. You can put your name on your back for $5 more. So if you want one, hit me up, or there's a link I'll put in the description of this video that you can click, and you can go right to it and order it yourself, and he'll ship it out to you.
Cool.
Yeah, so pretty neat. Other than that, Smitty, short show, but man, action-packed, and I can't wait till we figure out what we're going to talk about next week.
We'll get it. I'm not too worried.
We will. All right, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye now.